questions?
People look, think come down that one shot for certainly, the big rally there, but,
We were trying to pull off, and had Lex made that, we'd been ecstatic about pulling it out, but FIU outplayed us. And I'm not sure we would have deserved to win. We would have been glad to get it and escape and get out of there, but they shot the ball like almost 70% from the field, and our defense was porous. They kept driving our guards to the basket, and that's why they got 50 points in the paint. We got out-rebounded again. I know we're outsized a little bit, but it's hard to win when you're getting beat on both ends. We weren't making open shots. We had a lot of good looks, but I was hopeful. I felt confident when we were down 3 and we had the ball in or out. We got a little play and we got Lex a good look, and she makes a lot of those. It just wasn't falling for her. And then we got another opportunity, but we didn't do a good job. Credit goes to FIU for their ability to get to the basket and finish at the rim. And they made some key threes. I didn't make a lot of them, but we shot way too many threes when we needed to get inside and get to the free throw line and try to get some easier shots or some closer shots. We were just too comfortable letting the three ball fly, and nobody except for Casey was really hitting out there. There's a reason sometimes you're open there.
Yeah, you touched on that, looking at 6 and 7, you only get 7 free throws attempts, take 35 threes, it kind of speaks for maybe not getting to the basket like you wanted to.
Yeah, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 that were over from the 3-point line, and so we work on shooting that 3, but sometimes we're a little bit too quick to pull that trigger. And I was upset in the second quarter. We had several players take some early threes in the shot clock, and they haven't reached a certain privilege. We have certain goals that you have to reach in order to shoot that shot early in the shot clock, and they hadn't. And so until we become more disciplined in our shot selection, we're not going to have good field goal percentages. And so that was something that felt like we kept emphasizing: get to the rim, get to the paint. If you get a layup or a foul, that's what we want. But we kept settling for some perimeter shots. We finally started generating some turnovers, and that's how we got back in the game. And we started getting some transition baskets. That's how we got a lead early in the game. But then every time when that doesn't happen, then we settle for that perimeter shot because it was easy. And we've got to be more disciplined, execute our offense, and get a quality shot.
How do you think as a coach you can kind of bottle that first 4 minutes, that last 3 minutes? Because as you said, you go to an 11-point lead, you almost come back to 14. Those 2 stretches right there, I'm sure more consistency.
Yeah, well, you can do that in stretches. If you're going to do that continuously, then you got to have great depth. And I think we have good depth, but sometimes our awareness or our shot selection isn't the same. And so we have to continue to work on building that depth in order to play that style. So we try to pick and choose when we can do that, but really it comes down to the half court. You can win some games playing that way, but if you're going to win a lot of games, you've got to be able to guard in the half court, you've got to be able to rebound, you've got to be able to execute your offense and get a good shot. And we can't settle for just shooting more threes. That's not going to be the solution. That's not how we're playing. And so they got fussed at halftime for doing that, and we made some improvement in the second half in that area, but we've got to make a lot of improvement in our offensive execution and understanding really the type of shot we're looking for.
Another big rebounding advantage for them, but also if you look at other numbers, you take 33 more shots than they do. So this is one of those games where even with the rebound margin the way it was, it's such a weird game, and that they didn't miss me. You take more shots. It's kind of hard to be that close.
And you're exactly right. That's how we have to make up for the rebounding differential. And they had 38 turnovers. We got 22 steals. Those are possessions, and those are equal to rebounds. We may not be the best rebounding team, but if we can just not be the worst rebounding team, that makes a big difference. And so we make up for that by getting those possessions from getting stops, getting steals, forcing turnovers. And so we still got to improve our rebounding. And because a lot of times those are second chance opportunities, or they're rebounds right by the basket. And so we need more defensive rebounds. And I noticed we got a lot more. We've not been shooting the ball well since finals. And we've talked about it, we've worked on it. You know, I tell them I believe in them, and I think we've got good shooters on this team. We shot the ball really well up until about final exams when we went to Wichita. And since then, we've kind of been hit and miss. And we've had, a player would have a good day, and then we just haven't had the consistency. And so we've got to get back in the gym and earn those rights to shoot the shots that we're going to take. And I know Acacia shot the ball well today from the three-point line. It's probably not coincidentally. I know she shot before and after practice every day since we've been back.
I know, she got a good look. It was kind of what she wanted there at the end. She looked pretty devastated personally. We kind of tell Lexi at the end, because you could have asked for any better.
Nope. I thought honestly, we ran that play. We've been able to get her open at the three-point line over and over. And in hindsight, maybe I should have put a Casey there and had her come off and get that. Anyway, but Lex has made that shot a bunch for us. And so we felt pretty good that we were going to get that three-point shot. Actually, instead of her drive, I thought maybe the post might get be able to keep the ball and get to the basket as well. But she had a great turn the corner, was aware of the time, had a good look at it, and just put it up there too hard. And I went over after her and said, "Hey, you're a tough player, you're a winner. I'd put that ball back in your hands again anytime." And so, and I saw her teammates ran over there to her as well. And so nobody wanted to win this game anymore than Alexis Meade. And so she would love to have that shot back. And so what we talked about in the huddle after was those two games, it's the worst start that we could have wanted or could have not wanted. So we're 0-2. But that doesn't determine the next 16 games. We've got 16 more conference games. And so the future, that how we respond to this adversity determines our future, not the past. And so we have to really bounce back from this. And I don't know why that ball didn't go in. I don't know why some of the other balls didn't go in. I don't know why some of the calls went the way they went. But it's got to make us tougher. It's got to make us more reliant upon one another. We got to keep our faith and our belief strong. And we got to just get back in the gym and keep focusing on the simple and the little things that we do to be successful. And not worry about trying to make one spectacular play, but make a series of simple, consistent plays. And that's what leads you to success. And so we talked about that with Lex and the team, and we'll get back in here on Monday and start getting ready for our road trip.
Coach, talked for a few games now about being able to generate that offense from, turnover steals when you are being out-rebounded. And someone who obviously took and ran with that tonight was Josie Gilman.
Absolutely. With
the 11 steals. How did that make you smile in light of today?
I'm so proud of Josie and how she's grown, and not just from her freshman year to now, but you see growth in Josie Gilman from the beginning of the season to now. And maybe even from the game on Thursday to today's game. She had several good blocks tonight. She had a great block against Liberty and then responded in a way that didn't help us. And tonight she didn't. She just let her actions, let her game speak for herself. And she was, that's another player that worked really hard in the offseason shooting the ball. And has shot the ball well up until this stretch. But that's not affected the other areas of her game. That's one thing I'm really proud. Josie continues to play aggressive and smart defense. She continues to go after rebounds. She might have been our leading rebounder tonight. I didn't check that. Well, none of them were very impressive, but those are fouls I'm looking at, sorry. No, she had 4 rebounds, and Alexis was our leading rebounder, and Maya both with 5. And so I'm super proud of Josie. And Josie continues to work. She's in here before or after practice. I see her often in her working, trying to get her privilege to shoot the shots that she takes. But she kind of knows when it's her night offensively and when she can do other things to help. And she always, that's why she played 40 minutes. Like, we're just better with Josie Gilman on the floor. Thanks, guys.